Welcome once again. My name is Semangia, the Maths Ego. Right, this part is the second part on completing the square. That's part 2, as you can see on your screen. The case in this case, or the situation scenario, is when the coefficient of the unknown, that is the unknown letter, is greater than or less than 1. Yes, how do you work out this one? So that's what I am explaining in this video. Let me go right away to the questions. Question number 1, as you can see on your screen, it's saying complete the square, and this one we have 3x squared minus 7x plus 10. The coefficient of x squared, basically, it's no longer 1 in this case, it's 3. So if the coefficient of x squared is 3, then what do? You factor out it first, so that the coefficient must always be 1. Coefficient of x squared, please take note, it must always be 1. So if you can factor out here 3, then it will be x squared minus, factoring out 3, it means you have to divide by 3, everything by 3 actually. So 7 by 3, it will just be 7 over 3 x plus, then 10 by 3, it will be 10 over 3, like this. So you maintain the 3 that is outside the brackets, you just maintain it. Then when you are done with your completing the square, then that's when you have to multiply the brackets, remove the bracket using that 3 that has been factored out. So in this case, let's just maintain it outside the bracket. Now on this one is the same as that one on part 1. What do? You say x squared minus 7 over 3x. Then to this, you add half the coefficient of x, which is half of minus 7 over 3, then squared. Then plus on this side, which is 10 over 3, you subtract the same. Half times minus 7 over 3, then squared. Close the bracket, the big bracket. Please take note of that. Take note of that big bracket. Maintain this 3. You say x squared minus 7 over 3. Let's simplify this part. It will be minus 7 over 6. Then squared plus 10 over 3 minus, this one is minus 7 over 6 squared. Close this bracket. Then the same rule applies. You take x minus 7 over 6, then you square this one, plus 10 over 3 minus, then you simplify this part. It's 49 over 36. You share the power, 7 squared over 6 squared. So it will be 49 over 36, like this. You close the bracket. Then you simplify this part. You simplify this part. Let me move on to this side. Let's simplify. But first maintain this one, 3, then big bracket, x minus 7 over 6 squared. Then this one you simplify. You can use your calculator to simplify this one. So it's 10 over 3 minus 49 over 36. What do you get? You get, using a calculator, I get 71 over 36. 71 over 36. So plus 71 over 36. Then you remove your bracket now using this 3. You multiply everything by 3. It will be 3x minus 7 over 6 squared. Then on this one plus, then 71 over 36 times 3. What do we get? If you can multiply by 3 that one, you get 71 over 3 into 36 is 12. So this one will be your final answer. Then you are done. Next question. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 2. Right, question number 2, as you can see it on your screen, it's saying 5x squared minus root 3x plus 2. I want to simplify this one. How can you complete the square based on this one? We factor out 5. That's what you do. Then it will be x squared. You divide everything by 5. Minus root 3 over 5 x plus 2 over 5, like this. Then after that, you complete the square of this quadratic expression inside the brackets. This one you maintain it, then it will be x squared minus root 3 over 5 x. To this one you add half the coefficient of x, which is minus root 3 over 5, then squared, plus 2 over 5. To this one you subtract. To the constant you always subtract half the coefficient of x, which is minus root 3 over 5, then squared. Then you maintain your 5. It will be x squared minus root 3 over 5x. Then on this one you just simplify a bit. It will be minus root 3 over 10 squared plus 2 over 5 minus, this one is minus root 3 over 10 squared. Close the big bracket. You have to close the big bracket. Right, then on this one, it will be 5. You maintain the 5 outside. Then you simplify a bit on this one inside the brackets. So you say x squared. But let's just take this value. We ignore the middle value here. This one, ignore it. You just take x and minus root 3 over 10, then squared, like this. Then plus 2 over 5 minus. Then on this one, you simplify. On this one, root 3 minus root 3 over 10 squared, you share the power. Root 3 squared is actually 3. 10 squared is 100. Like this. Then you close the bracket. Right, let's simplify 2 over 5 minus 3 over 100. This one you just maintain everything here. Squared. Then on this one, 2 over 5, you can use your calculator. 2 over 5 minus 3 over 100. What do you get? 37 over 100. Plus 37 over 100, like this. Then remove the bracket with a 5. 5, then x minus root 3 over 10 squared plus, this one will be 37 over, then 5 into 100, what do you get? It's 20. Then you are done. This one will be your final answer. Please take note of that. Right, next question, question number 3. This one, as you can see, the coefficient of x squared is negative. It's another scenario case. It's not 1. So if it's not 1, it can either be negative or greater than 1. Right, based on this case, what do? You just factor out first the minus sign, then you divide everything by the minus sign. If you can divide here, it will become plus 3x. This one will become minus 2, like this. So factor out minus, let me put minus 1. Let me put minus 1 here. So factor out minus 1, then it means all the signs inside the brackets, they tend to change. Right, from this first step, right away, if you can remove your bracket here, you must get back to this one. You must get back to that one, right? It's just another expression of our question there. Right, then from this one, we want to make sure that the coefficient of x squared must always be 1. Because if it's not 1, you can't work it out. You can't work it out. So you have to make it 1 first, like this. So you factor out the minus 1. Then you complete the square of the number inside the brackets, x squared plus 3x. To this one, you add half the coefficient of x, which is plus 3 squared, minus 2. To this one, you subtract half the coefficient of x, which is plus 3 squared. Then minus 1. Then you say x squared plus 3x. You simplify a bit. This one will be 3 over 2. It's plus 3 over 2 squared minus 2 minus 3 over 2 squared. Like this. Put the big bracket. Put the big bracket, please. Then next, it will be minus 1. Then you take x squared, x plus 3 over 2. X plus 3 over 2. Ignore the 3x. Minus 2. Then you simplify on this one. 3 squared over 3 squared is actually 9 over 4. You close your bracket. Then you simplify further. X plus 3 over 2 squared. Then on this one, minus 2 minus 9 over 4 is actually 2 plus 9 over 4. What do you get? 2 plus 9 over 4 in your calculator, 17 over 4. Like this. Then you remove your bracket using the negative sign. It will be minus, then x plus 3 over 2 squared, then plus 17 over 4. Like this. Then you are done. Last question, question number 4. As you can see on your screen, it's saying 4x, then x plus 2 in the brackets. How do you work out this one now? Right, first thing first, you have to remove the bracket. First thing first. Let's remove this bracket. It will be 4x squared plus 8x. Like this. As you can see, there's no constant. So wherever there's no constant, you put 0. So you say plus 0. Like this. Well, the constant must always be there. It must always be there. So you put 0 if there's no constant. That is a term independent of a letter, independent of the unknown. That's called a constant. So put 0 in this case. Then after this, the coefficient of x squared is not 1. It's 4. So you have to factor out 4 and divide everything by 4. So it will be 4 here. Then it will be x squared here. Plus, then divide by 4, 8. It will be 2x. Divide by 4, 0. It will just be 0. Then on this one, you say 4. Then x squared plus 2x. Right, on this one, you add half the coefficient of x, which is plus 2 in this case, squared. Then plus 0. On this one, you subtract half the coefficient of x squared, like this. Then after that, it will be 4, big bracket. Then x squared plus 2x plus, then here you simplify, it will be plus 1 squared plus 0 minus, then this one, it will be plus 1 squared, then put the big bracket, 4, then you ignore the 2, you take this one and this one, it will be x plus 1 squared plus 0 minus, then plus 1 squared is 1, like this. It will be equals to 4, then big bracket, x plus 1 squared, 0 minus 1 is minus 1. It's minus 1. Then you can remove bracket by 4. Now multiply by 4. You say 4 x plus 1 squared minus 4. So this one will be your final answer. This one will be a final answer. Please take note. You don't multiply saying 4 times x 4 times 1. No. You don't do it like that. You just put the number outside this bracket with a square. That's what you do. It's what I've done here. So please take note of that. Then, after watching this video, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe the video. Also share with others this nice, powerful video. Thank you. Semangia, the Eagle.